morning and welcome to Studio 84. This is a BNI meeting here, a BNI conversation. In studio, we have our National Director, Diana Ninsima Chiwuka. And it's such an exciting time, first of all, for Studio 84, a new baby in BNI that's just been birthed. And we're here to literally baptize it. We're so glad that you were able to host us here in Studio 84. Turning to our guest today, Diana is one of those ladies who needs no introduction. She's a businesswoman. An advocate. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's basically an all-rounder. Founded or brought BNI to Uganda how many years ago? Almost 9 years ago now. And it's been an interesting journey. It's been a journey of growth for her and for each and every member in BNI. Now close to 350 members, different businesses in different fields, all coming together to share business, to share referrals, to grow each other in more ways than one. It's been an interesting journey, like I've said. And this year, again, Diana thinking on her feet and saying, what more? What more can we bring to BNI? What more can we bring to Uganda? What more can we bring into the business sphere in Uganda? Dreamt up, as most visionaries are, came up with the idea of a BNI Expo. And today she's going to tell us about that. Yes, you've probably been seeing adverts. You're wondering, what's this? What's BNI? Why should I know about it? She's going to tell us about that and a few of her other dreams that she has for BNI. This is a thing that's growing. Oh, I haven't said what BNI, Business Network International in full, a networking organization that, brings together over 77,000 business people around the world. 320,000 business people around the world in over 77 countries. And it's still growing. And it's massive, and Uganda is one of those countries. So Diana is going to talk about it right now. And yeah, over to you, Diana.
Thank you very much, Doris. Doris, I'd just like to thank you and Sela, your communications firm. Thank you for all the support you've given to us on this journey. And of course, I'd like to acknowledge Studio 84. I mean, it's just awesome, the quality of the space, and it's really good to see the future of production, right here. So, BNI Expo. When I started Business Network International in Uganda in 2015, the one message I used to hear consistently is that Ugandan business owners would not be able to support each other for various reasons. And it always tore my heart apart because I kept saying, no, but I know decent business owners. I know people who are willing to support each other. And because the BNI value of givers gain, where we believe that each of us has something to give, and if we focus on giving, all of us will in turn receive from at least one person. It drove me to change that status quo. So last year, we held the first BNI East Africa conference in Kampala, and we had about 200 plus members. We had over 100 business owners from Kenya. We had people from Tanzania, Ghana, Nigeria, Middle East, and Asia. And the one question that I was hearing now from the public is, what is BNI? Can you tell us more? Can we come into that space? Can we learn about who you are? So, end 2022, I knew that we had to find a way to engage. I had also begun receiving a lot of questions from some people in the public sector saying, who is BNI? What do you do? What do you stand for? And I thought there's no better way than to bring all people together at an expo and answer those questions. So the first thing is that we will have the public sector. So we're going to have 10 government agencies. One of the key partners we have is Uganda Investment Authority, which is coming with a one-stop center, which means we will have government agencies like Ministry of Lands represented there, in addition to the standard Uganda Registration Services Bureau and other agencies under the one-stop center. But then we're also going to have unique agencies like the National Export Promotion Board. And for many businesses in Uganda who are in production, I know there are many questions around export. The businesses in agri, processing, agro value chain, so we hope to be able to answer some questions, especially from the public, around how businesses can partner with government, how businesses can seek opportunities and benefit from engaging with government agencies, which are set up to facilitate businesses in Uganda. The second group we're bringing into this space is the BNI community. We have a community now of over 300 business owners. And I say owners, I emphasize owners because these are key decision makers. And one commitment they have in this group is that they will help each other grow by opening up their networks and generating business for each other. So one thing that we expect to see clearly is these BNI members in this hall, one, exhibiting their businesses as under the different groups that we have in BNI, but also you have some solo stalls, solo exhibitors, and then we'll have some group exhibitions. And then through these, we know that the public will get to know who actually is in BNI and how they can do business with them. And then the third group we were bringing is the public. And I'll break up the public into different sectors. The first one is we do have some exhibitors from the private sector. We have brands like Inuka, which are focusing on supporting business support. They came to partner with us to see how they can reach more entrepreneurs, reach more SMEs. And the other group is we're looking to attract business owners to come through and understand how they can leverage a community, the power of community, but also how they can partner with other business owners and learn from the government agencies. And then lastly, we're also looking to have young people, young entrepreneurs, young people who are starting their career, come and explore opportunities. Specifically, we've put in place business clinics, through which we are specifically looking to speak directly to entrepreneurs. We're looking to speak to young people who are just joining the workplace or who are considering transitioning. And we have many coaches and many business professionals who are ready to work with them and answer and help them answer some questions of this journey.
All right. Thanks, Diana. Before we even, go deeper into this discussion, what are the planned dates for the expo and where is it happening?
The expo will happen on the 31st of May, which is a Thursday, which is a Friday, and the 1st of June, which is a Saturday.
Okay.
This expo will be held at the Uma Showground, the Blue Hall, as it is famously called, and we're looking to, we've organized ourselves to receive over 2,000 members of the public and, of course, delegates from government.
All right. So you've explained the different groups of people that will be there, but if I'm an entrepreneur or a business person on the outside looking in, and I'm hearing you, seeing the adverts, I'm probably asking myself, what is different about this expo? We have the annual trade fair that happens. We normally go there and walk around, and there are millions of people there. We shop, come out, and that's it. Different groups have different shows happening at Uganda Manufacturers Association. So as a business person on the outside looking in with all my time constraints on trying to manage a business, why am I going to close shop and come to UMA either on the 31st or on the 1st of June? Like, what is the value add for me?
Okay, thank you very much, Doris. I think one thing we all acknowledge in these times, we're going through hard times, tax-wise, various policies.
Free Sunday, friends.
Yes, so one of the key things that, having worked with business owners over the 9 years that BNI has been around, I realize business owners need information. Very rarely do we have the time, a space to go directly and interface with certain government agencies who are able to one, explain, or two, advise. So as a business owner, I know it's challenging. I know it is quite worrying sometimes, but the reality is that we must be able to understand that the government, there are opportunities which the government creates for businesses to partake. So come to the expo and learn, at least inform yourself. The second thing, we noticed that, of course, for a business owner, access to finance is a big problem. So we have a platinum sponsor, NCBA Bank. It's going to be on ground, sharing with you ideas, sharing with you, basically providing advice and information on how, as a business owner, you can actually tap into the opportunities that they have. We're going to have other financiers on board, like Stanbic, and members of BNI who are offering financial services. If you're in business, you definitely need to have a partner to grow, support your growth. And it's very important to understand that as you grow, your business actually consumes more cash. So come and have the conversations before the urgency. The third point is that every human being needs a strong and supportive ecosystem to thrive. I just want us to think about the environment into which a plant is planted. If your business is planted in poor soil, you're not going to thrive. You're not going to bear the most fruit.
Yes.
Now, coming into this space, coming into this room, we have specifically put aside business coaches who are equipped to help you navigate through some of the obstacles or challenges you might be facing in your business. For those of you who are struggling between employment and business, we are going to have Joan Mugenzi, a super coach on employment transition. Joan has worked with senior executives, with people. She's worked with the NSSF program to help people begin to talk about retirement or to talk about transition. And these are some of the courses. We have Noeline from CHUSA. CHUSA has a whole online portfolio of material and systems that a business in Uganda today needs to use. They are locally developed, locally prepared, and equipped just for you. So come on board, come and meet some of these business coaches, come and talk about some of the growth hurdles you're talking about, the challenges you're facing, and actually be able to engage. And then for those who are looking outside of Uganda, we are going to have over 8 countries represented at this expo. We're going to have people from Mexico, we're going to have people from Spain, we're going to have people from Bahrain, from India, from Tanzania, from Kenya. And I know a lot of us as business owners, we sometimes have dreams, and sometimes these dreams seem very far away. But what we're trying to do is to bring experienced and well-connected business owners from these other parts of the world to come and engage with us, share what they've learned, and also how can we access and get and tap into spaces where they are. So for a business owner today, one, please understand that under the theme which we have, connecting businesses, creating opportunities, we are talking about creating an ecosystem where the public and private sector are collaborators, but also where the private sector can support other members, can support itself to overcome some of the obstacles that are commonplace. And a big one of them, financing. We hope through our partners, SMEs will be able to have candid conversations that they can use.
Okay, that's interesting that there will be all these other things happening on the side. So from what I'm hearing you saying, we're going to have business clinics and conversations with different groups of people while the exhibition is also happening, and then there's engagement with government stakeholders, which is also another challenge for many businesses. Many of us would really love to do work for the government. It's one of those difficult conversations most times when, as an entrepreneur, you're trying to register and you're being told, oh, are you on the PPDA system? And then when you go to the PPDA system, they tell you there's what? eGov? EGP. There's EGP. Are you on EGP? What is that? And then you're signing up on EGP. Before you know it, something else has come up. So I'm hoping, from what you're saying, that these kind of conversations will be happening in the room, and everybody. And then when they put the tenders out, someone was telling us the other day that, especially women entrepreneurs, we disqualify ourselves right at the beginning. In fact, it was Dr. Noeline of Chusa Foundation that you mentioned. She was saying that when an advert comes out and there are 8 requirements, and a female-led business has 6 of those requirements, they will not apply. However, if it's a male-owned business, of the 8, they will have 2, and they'll still apply, and probably even get the business. So I'm just hoping that even these conversations will go beyond that, for us to stop second guessing ourselves, and also to think, how can I really get involved and be a supplier to some of these big agencies and all that. So anyway, taking the conversation away from business, it's so heavy and whatnot. People are going to travel. People are coming from far and wide. Are they just going to be stuck at UMA? Even us who are there, we've been working hard. We are looking forward to a fun time. Is there anything interesting happening? Uganda, we are known for very good hospitality. Is there anything fun beyond the business that will be happening?
Yes, Doris, there's a lot. In partnership with Ministry of Tourism, we are putting in place an opportunity for Ugandan business owners, alongside our international delegates, to travel to the Maction Falls area to explore Uganda. And yes, you can look at this as a reward for yourself, but also what is very, very important is that as Ugandans, very rarely do we go out and explore and also appreciate the beauty that God has given us. So we hope that by combining this tourism expo, this tourism opportunity, back to back after the expo, one, we will continue those conversations which we started at the expo. How can we collaborate? How can we support each other? How can government engage the private sector better or even more? And then we'll also be able to understand and appreciate what opportunities are there outside Kampala. I think sometimes we lock ourselves into a very small, bubble, that this is the only thing that I can do. Maybe in Kampala, you're oversaturated. If you stepped out into towns like Hoima, which already are right at the foot of the, oil exploration activities, maybe if you considered opportunities outside of Kampala, you would be able to open your eyes and appreciate that there's something you can add, there's value you can add. So it will be for purposes of, yes, seeing and enjoying the beauty that Uganda has, but also continuing those conversations that we started at the Expo. And lastly, weighing and appreciating what other opportunities can be created outside of the city.
Speaking of opportunities outside the city, my understanding so far is that BNI is really concentrated within Kampala. We have businesses in Jinja, we have businesses in Entebbe, we have businesses in Barara. How does one become a BNI member when they're out of Kampala?
Thank you, Doris. So we are reaching out to business owners across outside Kampala, and we're inviting them, come for this business expo, come and see the community that we've created, and would love for you to invite us into your town. Let's have a conversation about how you can create a community of supportive business owners that can actually support you to grow your business. I think one fact when it comes to BNI is that we are purely driven by business owners for the purpose of supporting business owners grow. And in Uganda, we have business owners have done over 130 billion in closed business, billion shillings in closed business. And this is very powerful because many businesses have grown, have expanded, have scaled up because of the capacity to get the support that they need from other business owners. So if you're outside Kampala, would love to come visit with you, have a conversation, see how we can support you, and support you to create a community that like the one we are enjoying here in Kampala.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Diana. As we close, is there anything in particular you want to share with the business community, with our guests, with anybody out there who's listening to this?
Thank you, Doris. The one important thing that I would like for everybody to share, to know, is that ignorance kills. Lack of awareness cripples you. Growth is an accelerator for one, wealth and prosperity. So one, lose the fear. A lot of people fear because they're ignorant, because they're not exposed. Come and become exposed, come and become aware of the fact that there's a thriving business community of supportive business owners where one can grow and one can learn. So come this the weekend of 31st and May and 1st June, come and expose yourself. Come and open up your mind to new possibilities. Come and explore new opportunities. Thank you very much, Doris.
Okay, wow. Couldn't have said it any better. You've had the closing remarks, ignorance skills, and what's this? Ignorance skills. And you need to have information because you need to grow and to gain, as you gain more knowledge, you grow and you become wealthy. So, without further ado, I would like to say thank you to our hosts at Studio 84. Um, if you're looking to start recording podcasts, vodcasts, you have been dreaming about, being in spaces where you're sharing the knowledge that you have or talking to guests, Studio 84 is the place for you. It's located on Luthuli Avenue, and I'm sure that in the credits you'll see where they are and their address and phone number. And I'd like to thank you once again for listening to us and being here, and wish you a good afternoon, evening, or good morning. Thank you.